The reason, the main reason that I was attracted to the Kraken was because I wanted the heaviest sound I could find without compromising on clarity. And it sounds like it's a very real sounding amp. I like when you can, hit a chord and you can feel the air moving through the back of your legs in a cab. I've never really been overly drawn to amp modelers, and I have found that the digital realm of heavy distortion is fantastic, but there is just something about the heavy sound I get out of a Kraken that I can't really compare to anything else. It doesn't measure up to it, and I think for me, having that distortion sound that I've always wanted whilst keeping the clarity is the main reason that I use a Kraken. So my most recent influences on the guitar over the last, say, like 5 years would mainly be guitarists such as Derek Trucks, who was like an incredible slide blues player, and Nick Johnston, who's a Canadian instrumental guitarist. I still absolutely love early Joe Satriani albums. I really like a lot of what I would call guitar-centric guitar players. Not that the music I create really facilitates that. A lot of the stuff I write and am influenced by in a songwriting capacity would be modern would-be bands such as Bring Me the Horizon, Sleep Token, Architects, Highly Suspect, bands that have really cool riffs, but the music isn't incredibly technical. I like to kind of toe the line between how much of a ridiculous guitar solo can I get away with live, but I wouldn't put it on a record because I want it to kind of translate to more people. So it's a mix between being a nerd and things that just make you nod your head, I suppose. So I've known about Victory pretty much since its inception. I've been following, as I suppose most guitar players that have any interest in playing guitar, have followed Guthrie Govan for the last however many years and just been completely in awe of, I think, the greatest guitarist of all time. And watched a lot of videos of him playing Victory stuff and just making it sound absolutely amazing. And I think I was really, really interested in working with Victory for a few years before I actually managed to make contact. And and this is not anything to do with the room I'm in now, but they are to me the best sounding amps for anything really. Honestly, it seems like I'm plugging it or whatever, but I absolutely, they are my favorite sounding amps. And even through terrible laptop speakers watching YouTube videos, I've just always thought that the sound is something just really compelling, and it's been something that has been incredible for me to record, both myself, both with other artists that come in. I'm always just using a Kraken. So at the moment, I have I play the Kraken. Yeah. So my setup at the moment is I'm just running a Kraken with, I go pretty much just into the amp, no reverb, no delay on any of my rhythm stuff. I use guitars that are tuned obnoxiously low a lot of the time. Like I have some guitars that are in, say, drop, like G, drop F, and I think that I kind of navigated towards playing in lower tunings, one, because I love bands such as like the whole revival of like new metal stuff and people like Limp Bizkit and stuff like that, and I think taking that and pushing that a little bit more extreme has been really, really cool. But I've used Kraken. I used on the last tour, I used the Jack, which was incredible. I'd never plugged into one before. I used it for the first time at a headline show in London, and that was absolutely incredible. So I try to keep my setup as simple as I possibly can, and it's not, like I say, nothing that goes into the amp. It's just I'm in, guitar plugged straight in, and it always sounds amazing. The recording setup I use is fairly similar. I'll have my amp, and then I just have it into, so I have a Victory head that goes into a load box, and then I use cab emulation stuff, and I like to record a lot of synthesizers through the guitar amp as well. I just kind of stole that off Mick Gordon when he did the Doom soundtrack. So a lot of the stuff that you'll hear on the records that I produce, where you can't really tell if it's guitar or if it's a synthesizer, that's mostly down to me routing things through the Victory head.